Our next speaker, let me get her name right, is Mpotedile. She's dedicated herself to living an inspiring life with passion and love. She encourages women at hair salons with empowering talks to touring various schools around South Africa, spreading the message of love for self and others while cultivating a solid sense of emotional intelligence. She studied social sciences and communication. Nothing can stop Mpo and her pursuit of being, I love this word, a ground shaker, history maker, and prominent leader. And she's chosen to do that with a camera in her hand. Yes, aiming to tell her story so that people can persevere through life's barriers, to enjoy the simple pleasures in life. Her YouTube channel is called Just Living. Please check it out later. And welcome onto the stage Mpotedile, who's going to talk to us about the famine of character.
Let me tell you something I have never told anybody before. It was only a game, and yet ended up in me almost killing my sister. A small, still voice from within whispered, "No, no." It was a great sensation of panic, a feeling of guilt, and a fear of losing my identity forever. It was my conscience. That small, still voice that tells you what is right and wrong. Most people refuse to listen to this voice, and that is the problem of the world today. Had I not listened to mine, that day I wouldn't have lived to tell the tale. And the importance of listening to your conscience, which builds character. Allow me to drive this importance of listening to your conscience through studying family. Have you realized how you're so different from your family in character? The same house that produces a president can produce a criminal. That's because character is not hereditary. I love this quote by Booker T. Washington, "Character, not circumstances, makes the man." It means that character can be developed. So in life, you want to take care of what your character means to you, especially in the world where people are easily swayed and are influenced by social standards that are sometimes impossible to meet or maintain. I personally had to leave social media for a bit because the self-doubt and comparison was just getting too much that I was losing myself. Back to my story. Let me give you a backstory. My siblings were raised by my grandparents while I was my mom's handbag. She decided to raise me by herself despite the challenges. We had different upbringings, making it super impossible for us to live together when we eventually did. My sister was a liar, my brother was a bully, and I was just happy and confused most of the time. We all wore masks. Real issues were never addressed or addressed using my brother's most fluent language, physical abuse, and my sister experienced most of it. I remember a time where he beat her up that she could not even write her exam. He was a monster. The same monster that I saw in myself the day we were playing, laughing with my sister in her room, and the next thing, I'm having my arm around her neck, choking her until she could not stand. Her consciousness regained after she fell from the floor. I did not know where the rage came from because I was a happy child. I did not know where the anger came from, but it demanded to be felt, even at the point of harm, still with my smile on. I learned that at a point of equilibrium that is not healthy, things have to break for them to become well again. I knew that we had to start afresh. I knew that the conversations had to be had because we were just maintaining a false identity. I learned that people use masks to hide pain, to hide shame. We show the best sides to the world to avoid talking about things that we think we're going to be shamed about, especially if your family was oppressive or even negative, as in my siblings' case and my grandparents. It is important for people in the world to describe you using the same characteristics. Although you you show differently to people, but have a same character. So, in learning this, I realized that there are many factors that contribute to the crisis or the scarcity of character in the world. People believe that you can't judge me, there's no one moral or universal principle to how people should live. This is a problem, especially because now social media has also added this love for instant gratification, where people do not really care about who they are. They're just chasing likes and living a life of an influencer at every cost, even losing what really matters to you. Gone are the days where influential people were mentioned. People would have Tata Nelson in mind. Now they have Mihlalinda Mase and wanting her life, not knowing really what goes into that and what you have to lose. People do not really care about the sense of common good. I love this quote by Maya Angelou. She says, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. This is very true, because human beings like to belong, and they love being loved. And by hiding your feelings, you're not helping yourself. Instead, building a solid character is difficult, but you need people around you to help you with the grit, with the courage, and to have patience with yourself when you fall short, because everybody else is doing what everybody else is doing. I remember how we actually helped my sister overcome lying. It was through consciousness and us having to be patient with her. And after every lie, or not even after every lie, mid-sentence, she would say, I do not lie. I take it back. So consciousness is what helps us to come to our true character. Living your life freely allows you to live it with purpose and without the fear and the pressure of always having to put on a facade and doing what you were born to. There's no balance. Sometimes emotional intelligence does not equate to reality. It's just life. Don't give up. So I'd like to invite you today to care about character, and may everyone that meets you today meet the real you. Enter through this narrow gate. Even though people are going onto a broader gate which leads to destruction, character is still cool. Thank you.